The courthouse in Cadillac, Michigan, is packed as two suspects appear on screen. On the cars outside, a message repeats in bright paint: "Justice for Rebecca and Baby Park." Prosecutors describe what happened here as, quote, "evil personified." Tonight we are talking about 22-year-old Rebecca Park, who was almost full-term pregnant. She vanished after visiting her biological mother in early November. Weeks later, she was found dead in a Michigan forest, her unborn baby gone, and the people now accused of killing them are her own mother and stepfather.
My name is Tim B., and this is True Crime Animator Studio. A quick warning before we go further. This story involves violence against a pregnant woman and her unborn child. I will not show or describe anything graphic, but please take care of yourself as you listen.
Let us start with who Rebecca was before the headlines. Rebecca Park grew up in northern Michigan, raised by her adoptive parents, including mom Stephanie Park. Friends and family describe her as kind, funny, and deeply devoted to her kids. By 22, she was a young mom, caring for two little boys, and engaged to her fiancé, Richard Falor. She was living in the small community of Manton, looking forward to welcoming a third child. Rebecca was about 38 weeks pregnant, just days from her due date. There was also another thread in her life: her complicated relationship with her biological mother, Courtney Bartholomew. Courtney had not raised her. Rebecca had reunited with her as a young adult. According to Stephanie, she had tried for years to protect Rebecca from that relationship. But as often happens in adoption reunions, Rebecca still hoped to build a bond. Courtney lived in rural Wexford County with her husband, Bradley Bartholomew. On the night of Sunday, November 3rd, Rebecca went to Courtney and Bradley's home in Boone Township. It was not unusual for Rebecca to visit, but she was heavily pregnant, and everyone expected her home soon. That night, Rebecca stopped answering calls and messages. When she did not return, her fiancé Richard and her adoptive parents grew worried. The next day, she was reported missing to the Wexford County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Trent Taylor and his team started treating this as a high-risk case. They knew Rebecca was nearly full-term and that any delay could be dangerous. Deputies interviewed family members, including Courtney and Bradley, the last people to see her. At the same time, volunteers put up flyers and shared her photo across social media. Local news ran segments about the missing pregnant woman from Manton. On TikTok and Facebook, people used the phrase "justice for Rebecca," hoping for a happy ending. Days turned into weeks. Investigators tracked phone records and searched rural roads, fields, and wooded areas. Behind the scenes, they were building a timeline of Rebecca's last known movements. According to charging documents, that trail led from Courtney's home toward the Manistee National Forest. On November 25th, searchers found a woman's body in that vast forest. The remains matched Rebecca's description, and soon the family received the news they had feared. An autopsy confirmed it was Rebecca and that she was no longer pregnant. Authorities realized they were now looking at a double tragedy. Not only had Rebecca been killed, but her unborn baby was missing and believed dead. The question was who had done this and why. Suspicion quickly focused on Courtney and Bradley. Prosecutors now allege that what happened started back at their home on November 3rd. In court, Wexford County Prosecutor Johanna Carey outlined the accusations. She said the couple lured Rebecca in, restrained her, and drove her deep into the woods. There, according to investigators, Rebecca was stabbed and her baby forcibly taken from her body. Law enforcement says the evidence points to both mother and stepfather acting together. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel called it an unthinkable loss and pledged to pursue justice. Courtney, now 40 years old, and Bradley, 47, face 8 serious charges each. Those include first-degree murder, felony murder, torture, and unlawful imprisonment. They are also charged with assault on a pregnant individual causing miscarriage or stillbirth. On top of that, there are conspiracy counts and a charge related to moving Rebecca's body. At their arraignment in the 84th District Court in Cadillac, the pair appeared by video from jail. Judge Corey Wiggins ordered them held without bond because of the severity of the allegations. Both have the right to plead not guilty. And at this stage, these remain charges, not proven facts. But the details read in court left the community reeling. In the parking lot, car windows carried messages like "Justice for Rebecca" and "Baby Park." Inside, Rebecca's adoptive mother, Stephanie, listened, grieving the daughter she had raised. She told reporters she wanted Rebecca remembered as the sweet girl she had been. Rebecca's sister, Kimberly Park, also became part of the legal story. Prosecutors say Kimberly misled investigators and tampered with evidence early in the case. She now faces charges for lying to police and evidence tampering, but not for murder. Rebecca's fiancé, Richard Fallow, was arrested the same day on separate drug-related charges. Both Kimberly and Richard have since been released on bond while their cases move through court. Meanwhile, detectives and forensic teams continue to search for answers about the missing baby. The sheriff has said multiple agencies are working to learn the baby's fate and location. At the same time, neighbors and strangers are coming together to honor Rebecca's life. Vigils are planned, fundraisers are underway, and her 2 young sons are being cared for by family. Online, people are asking how something like this could happen within a family. Part of the answer is that abuse and danger sometimes hide behind ordinary front doors. Rebecca had hope for connection, and that hope was allegedly exploited in the worst possible way. This case forces us to think about how we respond when loved ones raise red flags. If you or someone you know feels unsafe around a family member, please reach out to local support services. As for Courtney and Bradley, they are expected to face a long legal process in the months ahead. Prosecutors have signaled they will pursue the maximum penalties if the pair are convicted. For Rebecca's family, no sentence can restore the future she was building with her children. What they are asking for now is simple: truth, accountability, and that Rebecca not be forgotten. Thank you for spending this time to hear her story with me. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, but keep them respectful to everyone affected. If you found this video helpful and want more careful coverage of cases like this, consider subscribing. And as always, stay safe, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.